Hello, hello, hello. Happy hashtag Cocktail Friday. I hope everybody's had a fantastic week, and I'm going to give some time for people to hop on. And if you get on, just leave me a little message that you're there. We're going to have some fun today. That is for sure. I got my Astro shirt on, not for any reason except it was one of those get there early giveaway shirts. So I actually like it. It's got Correa on it, and I actually kind of like the blue colors here. Don't know, just different because they don't typically wear blue. Anyway, so welcome to this episode. This is season 2, episode 25, I believe. I probably have miscounted somewhere along the way, and that's okay too, because that shit happens, right? It totally happens. So anyway, I'm ready to get started because one, it's raining outside. Again, like last week, it was raining during this episode, and it's raining again today, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, so I posted earlier, if you got the little notification, that I'm going to do Flashback Friday episode. It consists of a recipe from my dad, and it is called, the recipe says it's whiskey sour punch, but he calls it Coon Dog Punch. And so any of my friends that are watching, they have had the pleasure of having Coon Dog Punch growing up at my house. Also, when my dad passed away, I inherited the recipe box and I found the recipe. And so I'm going to show you, because this thing has been well used and it's never been rewritten. It is in my mother's writing, except for one little spot on here. And we're going to try some different variations of this recipe, of his recipe, in addition to a recipe that is like today's recipe, right? That you can, when you go order it at the bar, it's a little bit different, okay? But I want to show everybody. I don't even know if you guys can see this or not. Let me see if I can't get it back here a little bit. But you see how pretty worn it is. I don't even know if you can see the handwriting on here. But it says it's whiskey sour punch, but we all know, my whole family knows that it's Coon Dog Punch. And here are the ingredients. And it's up for interpretation. 4/5 of whiskey. And the whiskey is spelled Wisky. And I think it's almost 1/5 of whiskey. Now, mind you, this is going in a big punch bowl, okay? This is punch. It's like break out the wedding punch bowl type of punch. With the little punch bowl. Now, actually, he did do some other little plastic cups, right? Okay. But I'm not making punch today. We're going to try to adjust this to make 1 or 2 cocktails, okay? So 4/5, it's like 4/5 of whiskey, Wisky. 3 club sodas, that was the original. I'm not sure, is that 3 liters of club soda? Is it 3? And I don't even have one to show you here. I have a different club soda. I don't know. Then the club soda is marked out, and it says 30 ounces of ginger ale. 30 ounces. I guess you might be able to buy a bottle. I was able to get, the minimum. This is a 20-ounce bottle of ginger ale. Okay. Then it says 1 orange. What do we do with the orange? I know what we do with it. We slice it up. And then it has 6 mixes. Now, go back 40 years, because this is long. This recipe is probably 50 years old. They used to make the whiskey sour mix. It was a powdered form in a box. And he would put 6 of those packets in here. And then 1 7-Up. I'm going to assume it's a liter of 7-Up. I think that's what he used to buy. So 6 mixes, 7-Up. I do remember when they made it with club soda, and I'm not really sure why he went to ginger ale. So we're going to do one with ginger ale and one with club soda. However, guess what? They do not make the mixes anymore, or the packets, the powdered packets. They make this. This is mixture of mixes, handcrafted whiskey sour mix. This is what they have at your local. Actually, I think you can buy this even at HEB, maybe where I bought it, but at your local liquor store, whiskey sour mixer. Okay? So keep that in mind for me trying to adjust this recipe. And so I got that. My dad always drank Evan Williams and probably some Jim Beam. So we got some Jim Beam here. Now, granted, I think I got this from the liquor cabinet at the house when we were cleaning out the house after he passed away. So this has 7 generations of the Beam family on the side, just in case you need some history. Jacob Beam from 1770 to 1834. We got David Beam, David M. Beam, Colonel James B. Beam, T. Jeremiah Beam, Booker Noe, and Fred Noe. So I'm not sure how that falls in to the Beam family, the Noes. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. All right, okay, so let's figure this out because might need a little help of how much of this other stuff. And I'm thinking I'm going to do some equal parts here. This says for a classic whiskey sour in an ice-filled shaker, add 2 ounces of whiskey and 3 ounces of this mix. Garnish with the lemon wedge and several. I'm not doing lemon wedges. Just saying, I'm not doing lemon wedges. I'm doing orange. So if I were to add 7-Up and ginger ale, or actually I order it. Okay, this is another thing. Sprite and 7-Up. Can anyone tell me the difference between the two? They're both lemon lime sodas, both loaded with a bunch of sugar. Actually, this may have more sugar, I'm not sure, but it's high fructose corn syrup, citric acid. So I just got Sprite because I was not going to buy a 2 liter of 7-Up and waste it. Okay, was not going to do it, so I'm going to go with Sprite on this one. I think that the only difference is that Sprite is made by Coca-Cola and 7-Up is made by Dr. Pepper. Okay, that's just my thing here. Okay, so I'm going to do it based on this this recipe. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to be right or not. I have no earthly idea, but we're going to try this one first, and then we're going to make up the other one. Okay, we'll see. Help me. Okay. This says 2 ounces of whiskey. 2 ounces of whiskey. Look, I got a new shaker thing from Key West. 2 ounces of this. Can't. And this is about the only whiskey I drank growing up. I did drink, I guess, Crown as a bourbon. One and the same. Whatever. Okay. All right. Then we're going to do 3 ounces of this stuff. And then I'm thinking, in order to at least try to get that recipe. I think I'm going to do like equal parts of this. Okay, I have no idea. So let's see. And let's just say growing up, we did not put this stuff in a shaker at all. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to put like an orange thing in here because, whatever, because I can. All right. I'm almost positive this probably is not going to taste the same. Yeah, it's pretty close though. All right. Now, I don't know. All right. Let me see if I can. See if I can't get rid of this in another cup. And I'll just use this one and get another one. That makes a lot though. Okay. We'll do. Okay, now we'll do. This is where I think. Okay, let me move that. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the bourbon the same. So 2 ounces of bourbon in this one. And then I think I'll do a lot of fucking bourbon. Make it, oof. Okay. Then I'm going to do just 1 ounce of the mix. And then I'm going to add Sprite and ginger ale. Those are the 2. Because I think that's a lot. Right? Because that will then equal the 3, whatever. The 3, I don't know, 3 ounces of that other mix. Okay. And I'm wondering why they switched from club soda to ginger ale. I have no idea. I think that's interesting. Because ginger ale, I would think, is, it's too sweet. That's why they have tile floors, y'all. And I should have opened it over this because that's what this mat is for, right? It's been one of those weeks. Okay. I'm going to have to, before I do that, shit, that stuff sprays. That bourbon is so strong. Who are my bourbon drinkers out there? Whew. Okay, I need to go get. All right. Here we go. Orange. Let's see if what this one tastes like. Probably need to. Shit, strong. Okay. This one tastes probably more like my dad's. That's 2. This is a lot of just added stuff. So I'm gonna put that one there. Let's see. Yeah, this one at least kind of neutralizes that. It's probably what all this stuff does. Oh, I am a phony pulled up my little thing on here. Seems a sin to use a liquid mix. It does, but Lori, I don't know if you caught the beginning of this. My dad this is a whiskey sour recipe, so I'm getting ready to do a different one. So I ain't done yet. This is a recipe from like 50 years ago, okay? He called it Coon Dog Punch. So very different than today's recipe. So that's why they don't make the mix. They don't make the mixes that he used to have. And I'll go back, remind me, and I'll go back and talk about that. All right. That is, and I had taken out, I could do a club soda one, but I don't think so. See if I can get this, empty this. This is a lot. I have like a whole nother mixture of a drink, and that may even be better. So I have over here the extras. Yeah. All right. So that's the old fashioned way, but it was powdered mix. All right. Let me put this away. Get this out of the way because we're going to do a different one. And I think all right, we are now going to go to one that is today's version that has no premixes and is pretty sure healthier for you. So this is a recipe found online. Friend gave it to me. I don't know if he's watching or not, Mr. Gilbo. And I tested this out last weekend. And so we're going to give it a shot. So wish me luck here. Because this one has simple syrup, lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. I like this. 2 ounces of good quality bourbon, aka probably not Jim Beam, an egg white, and you dot it with I call it Peychaud's cocktail bitters. I hope I got the right one, but anyway, it's like a couple of dots. Certainly not going to do anything. Okay, so this one we are going to put I typically make my own simple syrup, but that wasn't happening today. Too busy. So 1 ounce of that. And then I'm going to do some, let's see how much of a mess I can make with this crap, right? There's a whole purpose of this mat. Okay. I just hope I should have done this earlier and I didn't. I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do this and the problem now is the fact that now I've got seeds in it. Don't laugh, everybody. This is me. I typically do this kind of crap. Okay, right? Okay. I'm just going to go with the flow, and this is going to equal 1 ounce. That's my thought. And I'm like squirting lemon juice way back there. All right. And I'm glad I'm the only one drinking this and not serving it because I'm putting my fingers in here. All right. So, lemon juice. This is an egg white. I did separate and do the egg white. Okay. I need like a other trash can. Here's my trash can. Okay. All right. I'm I'm going to use this time, it's Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That's what I'm using. And that is 2 ounces. Or what I call 2 shots. Okay, and just so that you know, this is going to be a dry shake in here. Okay, we're going to dry shake it. I'm making like a horrible mess today, and I don't like this particular shaker. It's too, I think it's because my hands are too small. It's too big. I know it's pretty and all that good shit, but it ain't working for me. These little ones work better. And I probably, why is that? It makes that foam, that egg white makes the foam, right? And so maybe I should just do it this way, because then I got to add, okay, I want to see. This is funny. Yeah, okay, that's why. Okay, we're going to do it a little bit more. And then it says to ice. Put ice in here. We're going to see if it's as pretty as Brian's. We're going to see. I'm probably going to say it's not, because I'm just kind of not thinking that it is. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've made a complete mess down here. And just had my floors mopped. Oh well. Oh, they should probably come the day after, right? Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that there's some kind of white foam on top of this. Well, no and yes. No. This certainly does not look like, it does not look like the one I had. Okay, maybe I should have shaken it more. What do y'all think? I'm not good with that egg white crap. But anyway, let's just see if it tastes good. How about that? Ooh. Actually, you can taste the creaminess of the egg white. It may not look as pretty. Got to practice that. Okay, anybody got some ideas? I like, okay, let's see. Yeah, it is good. Need some people at your bar. Yeah, I do need some people here. As long as everybody's vaccinated, they are welcome till we get over this mess. Yeah, I think, I wonder if I don't think shaking it up anymore is gonna do the trick at all. But it is good. It is good. I just am not that fancy of that egg white. That takes some practice, I think, to make that. And I'm wondering, and I may be doing this totally wrong, so somebody's going to have to tell me. And this is my interpretation of the recipe. So I listed the ingredients: simple syrup, fresh lemon juice, bourbon, 1 egg white. Okay? Add all to shaker, dry shake for egg white. I'm assuming that's everything in there, and dry shake. Then add ice and reshake to chill. That's what I did, right? Okay. Pour into a sours glass, dot with bitters, and swirl. Well, mine certainly is not pretty, but it's good. All right. I'm going to go back. And so those that have joined late and give you just a little interpretation or a little history back here. When I was growing up, we had really huge parties at Christmas, family parties at Christmas. And my dad would make what he called Coon Dog Punch, which is, the recipe is whiskey sour punch. And he would put it in one of those big punch bowls, like you go to a wedding shower or wedding or whatever, with the little cups. You know, he would only put out these little 4-ounce little plastic Solo cups. If you know what I'm talking about, guys, it's those little plastic ones. And he would say, it's really strong, don't drink it. But, of course, we were young. Me and my cousins and everybody, most of us were not even of age to drink when this all started. But we would sneak it and drink it and pay for it dearly. But make a long story short, he made this for years, for every year, for as long as, until we stopped having the Christmas parties when they got too old and all that stuff. But everybody remembers this because that's probably the hit of the party, right? So the recipe I found in my mom and the recipe in the little recipe thing that we have. I don't know what you call it, the recipe box. And that thing's probably at least 60 years old. And there's all the recipes are in there for all of our holiday dinners and all of that other stuff. So I cherish it. So I started digging through it not too long ago, and I found the recipe, and you can tell how used it is. Look how all the shit that's been dripped on it. That's probably the bourbon, because we didn't make just one punch bowl, guys. I mean, we probably had, I don't know how many people at the house, 50, 60, 100, I don't know. And as we got older, all our friends would come, and the house was just packed, and it was not a single punch bowl. By the end of the night, he probably made 6 or 7, 10 punch bowls of this stuff until people were just so snot slinging drunk that it was like, okay, we need to stop. And way back then, who cares, right? But anyway, it calls for 4/5 of whiskey. So I'm gonna say is this 750? I'm gonna say this is a fifth. Is this a fifth of whiskey? Somebody tell me, is this a fifth? I think it is. Let me go this way. This is a fifth. I don't think it's a gallon, but it's probably a fifth, right? So almost the whole thing. So 4/5. I don't even know what that means. Pour it until you have like this much left. I'm like, well, why don't you just put the whole damn fifth in there, right? Who knows? Anyway, then it was 3 club sodas. And guys, this recipe is all for interpretation. Okay, all for interpretation. 3 club sodas. I mean, does club soda only come? I don't know how big those things are. And then that's marked out. And then my dad, so this was my mother's handwriting. And then that's marked out. And then my dad wrote 30 ounces of ginger ale. Do they make ginger ale in 30-ounce bottles? I don't know. 1 orange. I always watched him. He sliced it up and threw it in there for color, I guess. I don't know. But I did. Look, here's an orange slice, and I put 1 in there. 6 mixes. So way back, you could buy whiskey sour mix in packets, powdered packets. No clue what all was in there, but powdered packets, okay? So he would take 6 of those, and he would get boxes of this stuff. I mean, I don't even know. Maha's Liquor Store. Anybody that grew up where I grew up is Maha's Liquor Store. He always got the boxes. Well, they don't make that anymore. 1 7-Up. I'm assuming I think it was a 2-liter bottle of 7-Up because it made a punch bowl, mind you, this big. Okay, so those are the ingredients. So, as I said earlier when I started, they don't make the powdered mixes anymore. They make this mix, which, mind you, has water, high fructose corn syrup, lemon juice from concentrate, lime juice from concentrate, citric acid, more sugar, natural flavors. I have no clue what natural flavors. And then some stuff that sodium citrate, a bunch of shit in here. Just a bunch of shit. Anyway, it's got like 19 grams of sugar per 3 fluid ounces. So this one is the one that I did based on this recipe. And it's got 3 ounces of this mix and bourbon, 2 ounces of Jim Beam here. This one, I ended up doing 1 ounce of the mix, 1 ounce of Sprite, 1 ounce of ginger ale. And then those are the ones. And this is like a mixture of the two because I had to empty the shaker over there. Right? So this one actually tastes more like his because I think he tried to neutralize the fact that he put like almost a fifth of bourbon in there in this punch. And so this has those flavors of the ginger ale and the 7-Up, or I use Sprite because there's really no difference. This one. Not as strong. This one, which has just the mix in it and the bourbon. No. Yeah. And so just another little tidbit before I move to that one. When he passed away in January of 2019, everybody gathered at the house and we made, the whole thing was that we had to make Coon Dog Punch, right? In honor of him. I can't remember how we mixed it, and so somebody's going to have to tell me, but we concocted something and put it in a big thing and we drank that all day. I think we only made like 2 batches as opposed to 7, something like that. Anyway, that's it. Now, obviously, time has evolved and drinks have evolved and mixologists have evolved and all this other stuff. And so this is the one that's the most recent that takes out all the other stuff and makes it a little bit more natural. And this one is very good. Although it doesn't look like, it really doesn't look like, I spilt stuff all over this floor. It's nasty now. It doesn't look like the picture, and I'll try to post a picture of the one that my friend made me, Mr. Gilbo. It was very pretty. That one's not pretty. I just don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. Anyway. It's good at all that matters. That's right, Margaret. So I'm going to look at some comments. You guys got any comments or questions? I'm trying to make this as interactive as possible. But yeah, this is some pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. But this one's good. This one's good. This one came from another YouTube show called How to Make a Drink or something, and I'm hoping somebody might tell me how to make it. I don't know, something. I'd have to put it on there, but he has all kinds of. I want to say how to get drunk, but I'm pretty sure that's not the name of the show. Not the name of the show. So anyway, oh look, hey Dawn. It's anyway. So that's it. That's it. If you have any family recipes, let's just say this. If you have any family cocktail recipes that you would like for me to make, so you have, let's just say you have a family cocktail recipe from years ago like this one that's left really for interpretation, and a modern day one that you would like me to do next week, send me a message and I will do it, okay? Might do, depending on how many of you guys have multiple recipes, I might do several. Who knows? It might be an hour-long episode. I have no idea. But if you have anything like that you want to, Margaret, yes. Margaret, if you can find, because we had this conversation, Margaret works with me. If you can find that recipe from way back, that however they made it, and then I'll look for the modern day, grasshopper recipe. I do have creme de mint. You were talking about creme de mint. I have creme de mint somewhere. I'm going to say that I have melon liqueur, but I know I have some creme de mint somewhere. Because that's what's in a grasshopper, right? Oh, hell's bells. Is it up here somewhere? Now that's melon. Y'all, I have just about anything you want. Creme de mint. All right. So, Margaret, get that to me this week, and I'll do that next week. So we'll do grasshoppers. Anybody watching have any old family recipe cocktails that you like that now is there's another twist to it? I would love to do it. So you can make a comment here, but you have to get me your family recipe. Can't be secret. I don't know, honestly, guys, how secret this can. If somebody were to find this, this will get passed on for generations. But if anyone was to find this, their interpretation, let's just say, my niece's boys find and they're like, what the hell is that? Because they don't even make the mixes anymore. But anyway, it's kind of fun. It's all in fun. So anyway, if there's any, like I said, if there's any recipe you guys want me to make, I'll do it. I'll do the old one and the new one. Because the new ones are probably at least a little bit more, I don't know. Parents played bridge and drank grass. Margaret says that her parents played bridge and drank grasshoppers. That's funny. I think everybody's got some stories to tell. There's no doubt. And as I'm getting older, our parents are leaving us. And, it's just kind of funny to go back and listen to all of those great stories. So anyway, this is a good one. So frame it and put it in your bar. Oh, that's a good idea. We were talking about that, Kevin. It's taking things and recreating. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do in this bar area. So stay tuned for that. Whenever I have time to do it, I certainly will. So anyway, since I don't have an assistant, I got to end this and I have to walk around the bar and end this broadcast. But anyway, it's been fun. And then you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully the weather turns out a little bit better. You can get outdoors and, enjoy it. Because I'd like to probably get out by the pool a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if it's still raining out there or not. Anybody know if it's still raining? I don't hear it, but anyway. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for #Cocktail Friday. Until next week. I have a feeling that next week I'm going to do some grasshoppers unless somebody else gives me some other stuff to do. So I will do that. I will frame the recipe, figure out how to do this, start framing little recipes around here. But anyway, that's the only one really that my dad used because he was all he ever drank was bourbon and 7. And then he always thought that if he needed to lose weight, it was grapefruit juice and vodka. So anyway, good stories there. So anyway, I'm going to walk around and I'm going to end this, and you guys have a fantastic weekend and go Astros. See, here I go. See if I can do this.